in half, or you cut in a small piece?
Yeah, we're going to cut them in half. So they'll be in halves.
We're going to start our cook-along.
Forward to that.
I've gone live on everything. Chris isn't here, so I've got it sorted. I think I'm live on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And I'm going to hand over to our hostess, Chrissy, for the evening.
Hello. Thank you, Nick. Hello, everybody. Isn't this exciting? Because today's cook-along is coming all the way from Johannesburg in South Africa, which is a beautiful part of the world. The countryside around there is gorgeous. The weather's gorgeous. And the people are gorgeous. And today we've got Miss T is going to cook with us donuts. Now, she's going to explain to us what they're called and everything about the background of her lovely donuts and what we need. Over to you, Miss T.
Hello, everyone. I'm T, so truth. So the T comes from truth. So I'm Miss T. So today we're going to make donuts. And as you know, they take a lot of time. But what we've done is we've prepared our dough and processed before. So donuts in South Africa is called magwinya. So magwinya is a very common thing. So everyone that goes to work, you get them around each and every corner, especially in the location. So everyone that wants to use 15 mils sugar, you also use 5 mils of salt, and then you use 2.5 cups, and then you put some, you leave some flour for dusting for when you are kneading, and make sure you knead until it's not sticky, and then you oil your bowl, and then let it proof for 30 minutes. So I've had this for 30 minutes. When Nick went online, I was just putting this in. It has risen. It's now double inside. So we're just going to tip it over onto a flat surface, as you can see here. So you just tip it over like that. And what I can say is, everyone, can you please get your pot started? So this is the oil that I've put in. Doesn't have to be too much, but just enough so that when your donut is frying, it rises. So you can just put your oil on the stove. Make sure your pot is hot.
It'll come out your bowl.
Could I use my hand to scrape it off?
Yes, you can do that. Don't worry. Not a train smash. Just use the spatula. You can use the spatula.
I don't like this string with the hole.
You can use this one, like this one. It will help. So just take it all out and turn on the stove. Get your stove ready. I've got my stove ready here. I can show you.
Marianne,
just about how deep does the oil need?
a question. I don't know if my internet's gone actually.
So when you're frying, you need to make sure that you've got enough room in the pot. So you make sure that the oil is hot, not too hot, too hot, but it must not be just medium heat, because then your fat cakes are going to absorb oil and they're not going to be fluffy inside. So usually if I'm cooking on normal, I'm cooking at 4. So today I put it on 5. So that's the heat that I.
So how deep did you say the oil was? How deep?
An inch.
About an inch.
An inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while the oil is busy getting hot, I don't want to touch too much here. You can just leave it here for a bit until your oil is hot. So you can either use a cookie cutter. I like the round side. So you make them round. And I've got this. Normally you can just use your hand to flatten it that way so that it can spread a bit, so that you can use a cookie. But I like using my roller.
Okay, now can we just go back to the dough? So when I was making my dough, the recipe is online for everyone to look at so that they can either follow it or do it at a later time, can't they? And it was 2.5 cups of water, and you did state in the recipe, add it till you get that lovely, it comes together and that, that nice doughy feeling. I actually only used about 2 and a little bit of water, and then I got my dough to just how I wanted it. So you just have to feel it, don't you, to when it's right.
Yes, because what we recently spoke about this, how cups that we measure with differ. So apparently Australian cups and your cups are quite different. So whenever you're putting liquid, just check with your eye. So if you've got your dough too soft, you can add more dough, like more, especially when you need it, you can add more flour to make it more harder and get to that nice texture where it's elastic. So you can never go wrong. It's never wrong to add more flour to just get it to be around the right texture.
Yeah. So we've let our dough rise now, haven't we? It's had over half an hour or so, and it's lovely. Mine feels gorgeous. I just want to keep touching it.
Yeah, and I've got a round. So you've got this round cookie dough, and if you can get this ring donut cutter. If you don't have any of them, you can use a knife. When I started making this, I used a knife, so you can just flex and cut it into nice little squares or shapes that you love. So what I'm gonna do, make sure your oil is getting hot as we do this.
How thick are we going with the dough, Miss T?
Not too thin, but not too thick because it's not gonna cook. So just an inch. Just don't overwork it too much. The thinner the better because it's gonna cook faster. When it's too thin, it takes a bit time to cook, and then it ends up burning when you're cooking.
So 1/2 inch or something like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's perfect, but don't get it too thin, but that is perfect.
So I measure it as 2.5 centimeters.
Okay. She's got the ruler out.
This sounds about right.
2.5 centimeters.
Yes, that's about right, Mike. I can see it. Yes, it's about perfect. So I don't want, if you're gonna be starting with cutting it, just make sure you separate it, because as you cook, what I would recommend is cut it as you cook, because then it gets attached again. You have to go back and cut it again. So basically, wait for your oil to be hot. You can test with the back of the spoon and make sure it's hot before you put it on, and then make sure that you do the cutting as you put it in the pot. That way it does not feed back together.
Okay, so you just put one at a time.
Mine is about 160. Is that correct? The temperature.
Yes.
Would it be sort of around 180? You know how we've done all the fritters and that sort of frying temperature for fritters and things? It's been around 180, hasn't it? So would that be about right, do you think?
So we're going to use the back of
the wooden spoon.
Mm-hmm. The back of the wooden spoon will do a lot.
Yeah, look at that bubble from a wooden spoon. That's a great tip.
Okay, so hang on. What am I looking for with the wooden spoon?
Right, when you put the wooden spoon or
it bubbles.
You see the bubbles coming up?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So the bubbles.
Amazing. That is a brilliant tip, because normally I drop a wee bit of bread in it.
Yeah.
So do we do this now?
Can we go in yet, Miss T?
Yes, that's so perfect. That's perfect. I like that. So I'm checking my oil. It seems to be a bit hot. I actually turned it on just 5 minutes before we started. So what you normally do, I'm gonna go back to my table so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll either use this, the ring one, or the round one. So I'll start with the round one. So you just go on nicely there with the round one. There you go. And that's create. So I think these are enough. So I'm gonna turn on to the stove so you can see what I'm gonna do. So just pick it up nicely. The oil is hot, and you just throw it in, and it starts bubbling.
I too. Let's go for it. Woo!
And it should start floating as well, floating on the oil.
Oh,
And then you must make sure they don't fill the pot, because it's gonna get too cold.
I'm making a donut.
I'm making a donut.
Very, very excited.
This is so cute. It's like a pillow in the bath of oil.
I'd love to be with you, but my mum didn't send the other one.
And you must keep your eye on your stove. And golden brown, so you need to have golden brown. And you can have something that can work, like you can use a fork to turn them around. So like the first one that I put is almost getting golden. So just make sure you leave it like that. And you can have a container that has a lid, so you can put them inside and close it as soon as you've taken them out.
Oh wow, Chrissy, they're really.
So do we take them out once they go golden?
Yeah. So now I've turned mine around. They're becoming golden.
Oh my God, it is so satisfying. It's actually like.
I've discovered during Cooklands I love fried food.
Yes, that looks so beautiful. So just take it and then make sure it's golden before you turn it again. That way you put it in your container with the lid. I'm gonna use the same container that I use for cooking because it's still okay. So just put a paper towel inside so that it can suck the oil, any excess oil there.
See, is this color okay?
You don't have to cover them, but yes, no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Thank you. Woohoo! Very wonderful.
So once they're golden, are they cooked through?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's a big donut. I'm not sure about that.
I am a donut queen.
So what fillings does everybody have in mind for the
I'm
donuts?
taking mine out right now.
Does everybody have some fillings in mind or some toppings? I think we're going to use some chocolate.
Cheese.
So I'm gonna be doing the green ones. So if you look, I'm busy now with the green ones. So what I normally do with the ring ones, you just need to take them out nicely of the ring. Obviously, they lose a bit of the shape, but they're still gonna be ringy. So I took the small one and also the round. So I'll put both on my pan. So what I'm gonna do is I've cooked a lot. I'm gonna be taking this to the people that I work with. There's a car wash at our workplace. So they wash my car, so I'm gonna bring donuts for them tomorrow.
Oh, you're so good. They'll make your car look gorgeous.
Yes. So they're gonna be washing my car this week like nobody's business.
Yeah, you'll have the shiniest car in Joburg.
Yes. So as you can see here, I've already done the ring ones. And the small ones, I love the small ones. I throw inside a bottle, throw in some icing sugar, and then just shake it on and just snack on those.
Yeah, shake it.
So usually when you sprinkle some sugar, it have to be at some certain temperature tea? Or it has to be quite warm donut? Or...
Only once you're done.
All right, okay. So you fry everything first, and then you dust everything later.
Making these donuts feels very decadent, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
And the nice part is inside. If you look inside, they don't get all fatty. They're all nice and soft and just like a bun, basically.
So, Mister, you were saying that with these donuts, you can make them either sweet or savoury, can't you?
Yes, you can serve them either with meat. In South Africa, we love serving them with meat, or you can serve them with even your chicken, like your chicken livers, anything savoury.
So almost like a bread bun. You get almost like that sort of the meat inside the donut.
Yes, yes. So usually if I need to dip this in chocolate, obviously I'll have to wait until they've cooled down, but I'm going to make most of them round.
Look, I've already done some chocolate on it.
They cook
see.
so fast, don't they? We've just put a few in, and it's like a minute, and it's done, isn't it?
Quick, aren't they?
Our first ones, yeah.
You know what? I will never look at donuts the same again. I think I will start making myself with donuts because it looks amazing and it's so
It's
easy.
an easy recipe, Marnie.
Oh, I know. I feel like what's the point to go to a supermarket and buy it? If you
All
can
these
make it.
things we've been introduced to.
So what you do with the leftover flour, so you cut and you got some flour, just press it out again. Don't really work too much on it. And then you create some other, you use the cookie cutter again, and then just put it inside the pot. And don't forget not to good job your pot.
Have one.
Miss T, you just make my life. I'm gonna say make my day, but you make my life. It's like the best day ever.
Oh God, they're gorgeous.
I'm going to have my husband again.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have a happy daughter as well.
Yeah, you are.
Wow, those look beautiful.
Oh, look amazing. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? I'm putting some chocolate
And
on
how
mine.
are they inside?
Well,
That's nice. Well, it's stuck on us, is it? How many calories? What's happened to the camera? Oh, come on, don't say. Is it still
Brilliant.
look at this donut size. Look amazing. You know what Thai people does as well? Sometimes they put in the hot dog. Yeah.
Nick, are you done with mom? It seems like mommy knows how to do the McGuinness.
Oh my God, those things are amazing.
Yeah, I think
I told my husband to bring all your fat cakes. He didn't want to come and join me.
Is that your husband, Dana?
Yes, he can come.
Is she looking after you properly?
Hello, how are you?
Hello. Is she looking after you properly? You're getting well fed.
Yeah, no, I didn't gain weight. During this lockdown, what I do is just sit and eat, Yeah, me too. You got it right.
Yeah, my husband's loving the lockdown cook-alongs.
I'm getting fatter and fatter.
I'm still cooking. You see, he just stole my fat cakes now.
I have a lot of donuts. I think I need to go around my neighbours.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that. Although this is my dinner, so I'm okay.
Oh, look at those. I like your ring donuts.
Yes, I've got this, I'm gonna decorate them, and I've got other one. I think I'm gonna try to do the icing as well so that they look very nice.
Oh, look at Chloe. Hello, Chloe.
Chloe's gorgeous.
Oh,
Hello. Have you got a donut?
Yep.
Oh, is it hot?
Guys, I'd just like to say I put cheese in some of mine
No way.
because I put cheese
Oh, great idea.
and they're amazing.
Oh, cheese. What's
What
in
sort of
cheese?
Seriously.
Cheddar? What's
I'm trying one that has goat's cheese and cherry jam I made this afternoon.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Please
Oh, I
share
want
the
that.
picture.
Mm-hmm.
I can see some chocolate. I see the brown chocolate and some. I can't wait to put my in chocolate. So I have some chocolate ready here. So I just need to open it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So, Marianne, is the cheese one of your heritage cheeses?
So yeah. Sorry, I'm eating the donut. I'm just going to turn my oil off for a second. Yeah, so when you said you were making donuts, because I work for a cheese company, and I kind of wanted to do cheese donuts. I've done a couple of experiments with like sweet things and cheese, and one was Stilton and dark chocolate, which worked, and the other thing somebody suggested was cherry and goat's cheese.
Gorgeous.
So I had a heap of cherries, and I made cherry jam this afternoon. And the cheese in the donuts, by the way, is amazing. I would recommend, even if you don't experiment with bizarre,
I often think that savoury and sweet things go really well together, don't they?
Yes.
No, that was so easy. I've always been so good at making donuts.
And it's great. And I've just put some jam in mine. I've got a little syringe-y thing. I've just pumped some jam into it. When I have a jam donut.
Can you get a little hole in there?
Yeah, I did. With my temperature thing, I put a little hole in. I had a wiggle, and then I stuck squeezed it in. Jeffrey, do you want a jam donut?
Well, obviously I want a jam
Obviously he wants a jam donut.
Petra, did you manage to make
This is the one that I made that has cheese and jam in it.
Well, let's have a look.
I don't know, I'm going to cut it now.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know if this will show in the camera, but it's got cheese and jam. Oh, look, it's like it's...
Oh my God!
How cool is that one?
Wow. That's so
Look
beautiful.
at that. Looks lovely with cheese and jam. And look at Miss T's iced donut ring with all the sprinkles on it.
That's so
That's
pretty.
better than shop bought, isn't it, Miss T?
Oh my
So I'm
God.
gonna be sending all the pictures tomorrow for this one. I've asked from Nick because now I don't take pictures at night at all.
Oh my God.
Well,
Guys, I can highly recommend cherry jam and goat's cheddar. It's
I like
amazing.
the idea of the cheese in the donut.
I'm serious. And I was very
Miss
funny. We
Petra,
tried.
what are yours like? What are you doing with yours?
I put chili in mine. I got sumac and salt, and I'm gonna have them with duck.
Oh, that's
Oh
really
yeah, no,
good.
that's a really good idea.
savoury then.
Looks yummy.
Is it like chili donut?
Yeah.
I've got some homemade raspberry jam, so I'm gonna be throwing this in one of my pictures.
Yeah. But do you know what, Miss T? Isn't this a versatile thing that you can put whatever you fancy with it? It's not like making a cake where it's going to be sweet. You can do whatever you want, which is fabulous.
You can throw in anything.
Everything.
Thank you so much for this recipe because it's been really, really easy. I was incredibly nervous before trying it, and it's amazing because the crispiness on the outside is it's really, really good.
Thank you very much.
And eventually, there's going to be Stilton and dark chocolate donuts.
Oh, I'm getting the cheese out now. You've said that. I'm getting the cheese and the chili jam out.
But so I grated it really, really fine, and I think it works better if you do little ones because I think then the cheese starts getting soft.
Yeah, and I've got little tiny.
I don't think that's successful. But man, that's amazing. Oh.
Well, I think we're almost at the end of the cook-along then, aren't we, guys?
Right.
Everybody-
Well, do you know what? What a great cook-along this has been, hey Nick. Thank you so much, Miss T. That is so good. And what a great versatile. I'm trying to talk now, and I'm looking at my donuts cooking thing. Oh, turn the donuts. This is brilliant. And all the way from Joburg, we've been taught how to make these donuts. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful. And your husband looks as happy as my husband during these cook-alongs. So always a good thing to keep the husbands happy. So that's been brilliant. Thank you so much. Now, on Saturday, I shall be cooking roasted peppers. So please do come and join us again on Saturday. And we've got a different time this Saturday. It's at 5 o'clock. British time, British summer time. So do come and join us. Come and join in and get your ingredients and cook with us. anybody can join in with us and cook along with us. It's brilliant fun, and it's just a lovely community to be part of. So on Saturday, we'll be roasting peppers. The ingredients are online now with GB Social, Great British Food Festival. So go online, get your ingredients, log on with Zoom or YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Come and join us on Saturday. And thank you for joining us today. And thank you, Miss T. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. That's brilliant.
Thank you so much. It looks amazing.
So everybody send your photos as
Look at
well.
that.
Send your photos on Instagram, everyone.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Oh, hang on, I can't work out how to leave now. There you go.